So we have finally come to the conclusion of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2. Dang. So, there is a lot of stuff, if you have noticed in this episode, that is building up to a much larger threat, especially regarding the villain that we've been hearing about for the majority of Season 2, and that is All for One. And we see a glimpse of him at the end of this episode, after like the post-credit scene, I believe. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that is building up for a Season 3. And I'm glad we have a Season 3. If you guys didn't know earlier, it was announced before this episode came out that Boku no Hero Academia is in fact getting a Season 3. However, we don't know when exactly we will be getting that Season 3. But if I was to speculate, it would probably be maybe by, middle of, next year, possibly, is when we could hear some news on that returning. But yeah, knowing that Boku no Hero Academia Season 3 is getting or Boku no Hero Academia in general is getting a Season 3, that is some awesome news right there. And for what comes ahead later down the line is going to be hype. I haven't read that far ahead into the manga. I have only caught up to, Volume 9's release, but from what I saw in Volume 9, like, shit gets real. Shit gets fucking hype. So I cannot wait for Boku no Hero Academia Season 3. So regarding the contents to what we got in this episode of My Hero Academia, this was basically a tension-driven episode to give us a build-up to what we can expect later down the line of Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, whenever we will eventually get that. The practical exams are finally over, and while we do know that some of the students have failed some of the practical exams, they are eventually all told that they all need extra training, pretty much. So this is where we see pretty much all the students get together to go out shopping at a mall and go in search of training supplies that they need for the training camp that we will eventually see them at in Boku no Hero Academia Season 3. But during this whole process, this is where the tension begins to arise as Shigaraki makes his way in the mall and takes advantage of Deku. So nobody knows that Deku is being held captive by Shigaraki, a villain, especially in this public place. Nobody knows that there is a villain amongst everyone within the mall. And Shigaraki tells Deku straight up, if you decide to do something, call out for help, or do anything of the above, one slip of my finger, once all 5 fingers reach your throat, you will be put out and turned to ash. Not only that, but there will be countless people who will die here within this mall as well. So Deku has like no choice other to just listen to Shigaraki's ideologies and just simply just go with the flow. There's simply nothing that he can do at this point. The only thing that he can hope for is that a hero eventually shows up. Now there's a long speech that, Shigaraki gives to Deku about his own ideologies, his beliefs, as well as All for One is also kind of hinted at the conversation as well. But however, Shigaraki tells Deku that even if you want to know about All for One, I don't really know much about him myself. I don't really know about his overall goals to begin with and what he exactly wants, because Deku asks that question and he doesn't really get an answer. So at this point, there is still, a lot of mysteries revolving around All for One, which I'm assuming we'll definitely find out later down the line in Season 3 of Boku no Hero Academia once we learn more about the world as well as the other characters that still need to be introduced. So there is that. But at the moment, everything is still kind of up in the air regarding All for One. But eventually, Uraraka arrives, or Ochaka, however you want to say her name. She eventually arrives and finds out that apparently Deku is being taken advantage of by Shigaraki, but Shigaraki eventually falls into the crowd and escapes. An investigation plays out throughout the mall, and that is where the episode technically ends. The investigation plays out throughout the mall. No one can find Shigaraki whatsoever. No traces of him at all, and there's just Deku as well as some of the other classmates that are going into questioning regarding Shigaraki's whereabouts, as well as, you know, what he might have said to them and stuff like that. And then we eventually get to see the post-credit scene in which we see All for One. So that is technically the episode in a nutshell right then and there. I mean, it was mainly just an episode to where we see tension build up for the coming season of Boku no Hero Academia, and what we can expect later down the line regarding All for One, because it does seem as he will be a prominent figure within that season, whenever we eventually get it. Regarding this whole season of Boku no Hero Academia Season 2, definitely enjoyed it. I loved it. I had an awesome time reviewing it, you know, doing live reaction of it, just making videos as a whole. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen later down the line with Boku no Hero Academia Season 3. It is confirmed. As to when we will get it, I have no idea. But if I'm to speculate, maybe we'll eventually get it maybe midway through next year. I'm just speculating. So don't take that as gospel, okay? Take that with a grain of salt, because we have no idea what it might happen. It might happen earlier, or it might happen later on. Who knows? Could take 2 years. I have no ideas. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you guys thought about this season of My Hero Academia. I thought it was very enjoyable. Love the journey. Love making videos on it. Just let me know your overall thoughts. What were your favorite episodes? And also, just what are your expectations for the next season of Boku no Hero Academia? Be sure to give this video a like. And also, if you want to see more, hit that red subscribe button. I'll catch you all in the next one.